This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. This recording is by Mark Smith of Simpsonville, South Carolina. Uncle Remus by Joel Chandler Harris. Chapter 18. Mr. Rabbit finds his match at last.
Hit look like to me dat I let on de udder night dat in dem days when de creeturs was saunterin' round same like folks, none of 'em was brash enough fer to ketch up wid Brer Rabbit,
remarked Uncle Remus reflectively. Yes, replied the little boy, that's what you said.
Well, den, continued the old man with unction, dar's where my 'membunce git out, 'cause Brer Rabbit did git cotched up wid, and it cool him off like pourin' spring water on one of deze yer biggity fices.
How was that, Uncle Remus? Asked the little boy.
One day, when Brer Rabbit was gwine lippity-clippitin' down de road, he meet up wid ole Brer Tarrypin, and atter dey pass de time o' day wid one anudder, Brer Rabbit, he 'lowed dat he was much 'bliged to Brer Tarrypin for de hand he took in de rumpus dat dey had down at Miss Meadows's.
When he dropped off of the water shelf on the fox's head, suggested the little boy.
Dat's de same time, honey. Den Brer Tarrypin 'lowed dat Brer Fox run mighty fast dat day, but dat ef he'd had been atter him instidder Brer Rabbit, he'd er cotch him. Brer Rabbit say he could er cotch him himself, but he didn't keer 'bout leavin' de ladies. Dey keep on talkin', dey did, twel bimeby dey got a disputin' 'bout which was de swiftest. Brer Rabbit, he say he kin outrun Brer Tarrypin, en Brer Tarrypin, he des vowed dat he kin outrun Brer Rabbit. En up en down dey had it, twel fust news you know, Brer Tarrypin say he got a $50 bill in de chink of de chimbly at home, en dat bill done told him dat he could beat Brer Rabbit in a fair race. Den Brer Rabbit say he got a $50 bill w'at say dat he kin leave Brer Tarrypin so fur behind dat he could sow barley as he went along, en it'd be ripe enough fer to cut by de time Brer Tarrypin passed dat way. Anyhow, dey make de bet, en he put up de money, en ole Brer Tucky Buzzard, he was summoned fer to be de judge en de stakeholder. En 'twa'n't long 'fo' all de arrangements was made. De race was a 5-mile heat, en de ground was measured off, en at de end of every mile a post was stuck up. Brer Rabbit was to run down de big road, en Brer Tarrypin, he say he gallop through de woods. Folks tole him he could git long faster in de road, but ole Brer Tarrypin, he know what he doin'. Miss Meadows en de gals, en most all the neighbors, got wind of de fun, en when de day was sot, dey determined fer to be on hand. Brer Rabbit, he train hisse'f every day, en he skip over de ground jest as gaily as a June cricket. Ole Brer Tarrypin, he lay low in de swamp. He had a wife en 3 chilluns, ole Brer Tarrypin did, en dey was all de ve'y spittin' image of de ole man. Anybody w'at know one fum de udder got to take a spyglass, en den dey er liable fer to git fooled. Dat's de way marters stand twel de day of de race, en on dat day ole Brer Tarrypin en his ole 'oman en his 3 chilluns, dey got up 'fo' sunup en went to de place. De ole 'oman, she tuck her stand nigh de fust milepost, she did, en de chilluns nigh de udders, up ter de last, en dere ole Brer Tarrypin he tuck his stand. By, here come de folks. Judge Buzzard, he come, en Miss Meadows en de gals, dey come, and den here come Brer Rabbit wid ribbons tied round his neck and streamin' from his ears. De folks all went to de udder end of de track fer to see how dey come out. When de time come, Judge Buzzard strut round and pull out his watch and holler out, "Gents, is you ready?" Brer Rabbit, he say, "Yes," and ole Miss Tarrypin holler, "Go!" from de edge of de woods. Brer Rabbit, he lit out on de race, and ole Miss Tarrypin, she put out fer home. Judge Buzzard, he riz and skimmed along fer to see dat de race was run fa'r. When Brer Rabbit got to de fust milepost, one of de Tarrypin chilluns crawl out of de woods, he did, and make fer de place. Brer Rabbit, he holler out, "Whar's you, Brer Tarrypin?" "Here I come a bulgin'," says de Tarrypin, says he. Brer Rabbit's so glad he's ahead dat he put out harder than ever, and de Tarrypin, he make fer home. When he come to de next post, another Tarrypin crawl out of de woods. "Where is you, Brer Tarrypin?" says Brer Rabbit, says he. "Here I come a bilin'," says de Tarrypin, says he. Brer Rabbit, he lit out, he did, and come to de next post, and dar was another Tarrypin. Den he come to de next, and dar was a Tarrypin. Den he had one mo' mile fer to run, and he feel like he gittin' bullust. Bimeby, ole Brer Tarrypin look way off down de road, and he see Judge Buzzard sailin' long, and he know it's time fer him to be up. So he scramble out of de woods, and roll 'cross de ditch, and shuffle through de crowd of folks, and git to de milepost and crawl behind it. Bimeby, fust news you know, here comes Brer Rabbit. He look round, he don't see Brer Tarrypin, and den he squall out, "Gimme de money, Brer Buzzard, give me de money." Den Miss Meadows and de gals, dey holler and laugh fit to kill demselves, and ole Brer Tarrypin, he raise up from behind de post and says he, "Ef you gimme time fer to ketch my breff, gents and ladies, one and all, I speck I'll finger dat money myself," says he, and sho' nuff, Brer Tarrypin tied a purse round his neck and skedaddle off home. "But, Uncle Remus," said the little boy dolefully, "that was cheating." "Co'se, honey, de creeturs 'gun to cheat, and de folks tuck it up, and hit keep on spreadin'. Hit mighty ketchin', and you mind yo' eye, honey, dat somebody don't cheat you 'fo' your hair git gray as dis ole nigger's. End of chapter.